and 94.9 Atiawa.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We love the music to be all the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa talk. All the best throwbacks.
I don't know.
Oh, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai, hara mai, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's International Friendly Rugby League time, a presentation of the Wellington Rugby League here. We're in the deep heart of Wainuiomata for today's matchup. And it'll see, I'm Jace Goose, a.k.a. Chopper, joining us in commentary, Star Olsen, Star Rugby League here in Wainuiomata.
Mate, it's, they got a history. Early 90s too, more importantly for those who can still remember when we had the Lion Red National Club competition. And back then there was the Rainworks, there was the Patonis representing. Then we had Wainuiomata come along, 3 championships later. They were part of the Barter Card Cup system thereafter. But now we're here today, bro, at Brian Heath Park, and all hats off to the local Wainuiomata Rugby Club for making their grounds available at short notice too, I might add.
Indeed, short notice, because the big match-up today, under-18 men's representative competition here, it is the Wellington Orcas that'll take on the Kirwan High School stateside, named the Bears, visiting from North Queensland, here today, a rugby league school in Australia, Star.
There are I've done a bit of a reading there just before, there's 3 colleges in the state of Queensland who have been major contributors to NRL. This college here, no different. And there's some names there that we're all pretty familiar with who have made the transition to NRL. And it's great that they got that history for them. It's very important too. And I wish we had a lot of history here in our college system as well. But, congratulations for them coming out here too, mate. Look at the weather. It's not that great.
Yeah, it came up before 7 degrees Celsius here, and there's a little bit of breeze coming in from halfway towards the cameras here today. It is firm underfoot, but of course it's going to get wetter as we go through the afternoon.
It's the quality of the ground and the work that they've done over the years too, by the council in maintaining the state of the ground. It's a quality field. I think it'll hold up. I know that Wainuiomata Rugby Club got a big game on Saturday, and but looking at the ground, I think they'll handle it. We've got a bit of a.
Let's have a look at the lineup for this Kirwan State High School Bears side here. You can see Irugan James in the backs there in the 1 jersey, Oath, Martin, and Tugai 3 and 4 there. Tundai and Dole and Goodhue, that makes out the backs. Looking at the big fellas up front today, Bailey in the 8 jersey day. He'll be captaining the side for the Bears. Parai, Martini, and then, of course, you can see the rest of the forwards there, Martin and Roportal. A good interchange here. Todd Wilson, the head coach for this team. They're going to be well drilled, aren't they, Star?
I looked at them coming through the gate to the changing room. Right. They're big boys. They're big. They're lean. And no doubt they'll be fast. And they'd be wanting, weather permitting, of course, try and play that style of Australian football. But, looking after the footy is the number one thing today. I don't think we'll see much ball shift. I might be wrong. We'll see how they play it.
Second game on tour here for the Bears as they took on the academy side from the Warriors, 52-24 victors in that match. Wellington Orcas now, we look at them, Star, really good lineup in front of us today, representing all of the clubs in our region.
It is, and it's good for the state of the game. It'll be great if we get a bit more consistency in our age grades competitions in Wellington, but we need something like this to bring them through the competition.
Really looking forward to seeing 6 and 7 here. Logan, Chan Hasmore and Max Taylor running the show for this Orcas side. Of course, the hooker, going to watch out for him today, what he's going to bring to the game. The forward pack, they look pretty strong. Lau Pepe, Kenny, and there are a couple of the big boppers in that lineup.
You know, I thought the team from Townsville were big, but these boys out of Wellington Orcas, they are big. Now, it's a matter of being able to maintain that fitness.
Te Ariki Poakai is the coach for the Wellington Orcas side. There they are in black. It'll be Orcas and black going left to right on the screen. And our visitors, the Kirwan State Bears. The Kirwan State Bears that'll be going from right to left on the screen here this afternoon. So international friendly as we're about to get underway here in the first half on a Sonnen field here in Wainuiomata. Of course, Wainuiomata, mate, Star have got plenty of history, don't they, in the game of rugby league?
And one of those just walked in, David Faiumu, bro, part of that history in the early days. David, welcome home, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having us here this afternoon, and yeah, thank you to you two for setting this big show up. I feel like I'm in the Fox Sports studios or something. Jeez, what a show.
Well, no my welcome home, Great to have you back here. As we're underway in the first half here, and it'll be the Bears looking to run it out from their try line, and first tackle is stiff Star from the Orcas.
Oh, wow. There was nothing that we weren't going to expect that'll happen in this match. It'll be physical early on. We've just seen him drop off a couple of tackles. There's second rower, and David would know a lot about these players, having looked after them back in Townsville, David.
Yeah, the one that just ran the ball there, Tiakana, he's a product of Tokoroa. I think the Whalers up there in Tokoroa, so he's come over to us in year 11 and 12, and he's been a great import for us. And yeah, there's a few boys here actually from New Zealand. We've got the young TJ Tomoai as well, who hails from the Mighty Lions.
And that's the thing we're going to see in this game. If you can't control the ball, we're going to see a lot of drop balls, something you would have impressed on your players, David. If we see a shift through the off the scrum as they look to set up something in the middle of the park, the Orcas.
Early opportunity for Orcas here as they push towards the line. Big number of 11, Lau Pepe, looking for a big game out of him today. 5 metres out now, the Orcas. Bears under pressure, and they'll hand it off to their big man, Tormani, and he is just short of the line, and the head referee in this one, Chris McMillan, he's on the whistle.
He's got him for inside the 10. How can you be inside of the 10 when he's only 5 to the line, Dave?
We noticed that in the warm-up. The boys didn't know what to do in the warm-up. See what's going on there. No, they'll learn on the run.
And a forward pass here from the Orcas lets off the handle pressure here on the Bears. David, your lads have been in New Zealand for a week or so now. Of course, the game down country against the Warriors Academy side. What are we expecting to see from this Bears team today?
Yeah, look, they're a fast-moving team. They're an expansive football team. They like to spread the ball a fair bit. And obviously, being in these conditions, they're not used to it. We've spoken about it, controlling our possession and controlling where we put that ball, going through the front door first, and not trying to be expansive too early. Roll our sleeves up the middle, punch some holes through them, and then sprint the ball to our
Well, a bit of move out on the edges there for the Bears as they work down the left side of the field. And Star, from you, mate, what do you expect to see from your under-18 Wellington Orcas side today?
Well, they'll play a physical game, which is what they're known for. They'll try and control the middle. Control the ruck speed is important too, above all else. And I don't think there'll be much shifting of the football earlier on. Might sound like an old cliche, but that's the game in Wellington.
So the Bears now pushing into the 10. Last tackle here. Option. They'll come to the left side. Playmaker puts it in the air. Just outside the 20. And the Orcas have regathered the ball. So, strong start from both sides. Good defence from the Orcas, but also some good meters made by the Bears here, David.
Yeah, it's really important, isn't it? You know, getting up the field as much as they can, put that ball in a really uncomfortable position for the Orcas and make them come out of that corner. And you know, if you can play that type of football in this weather, kick early, be really good in your kick game. Your kick spin's really good and solid. You're off to a good start.
2 40-minute halves here, international friendly. Right in the heart of rugby league history, Wainuiomata. And I see the Bears grace us with his appearances as well. Of course, a great Wainuiomata player himself, Kirwan.
He's the only 5'8" that I knew that would come off the field still clean. What does that tell you? Chop, you'd agree with that, David?
Yeah. Oh, look, I'll stay out of that one. He's a relation of mine. He's related to me, so I respect my elders today.
Yeah, no, he's here and he'll be taking it in. I think David's asked him to come along too, just quietly to have a win with the boys. David,
yeah, absolutely. He's a stalwart of Wainuiomata Rugby League, Wellington Rugby League, New Zealand Rugby, commentary, all the service he does in our community here over in Lower Hutt and Wellington. So I just thought he'd be really good for our boys to give a bit of history behind Wellington Rugby League, Wainuiomata Rugby League, where it started, how it got started back in the Karapuka days. It's a cultural, experience for our boys as well, not just rugby league. Going up to Rotorua, doing all the Māori stuff up there the last couple of days.
Quick play of the ball, the Bears there as Rolson, the fullback, charges up, catches them offside, the Orcas. So now the Bears with an opportunity here, penalty, only 25 metres out from the try line.
It's all been about ball security this early part of the game, and it seems to me like the boys from Townsville are controlling it pretty good. Their ruck speed, David, is pretty much up there.
Yeah, but that errors like that are going to kill them. Just basic fundamental errors, not getting the ball out. They have to be better there.
Good ball comes loose in the tackle, and the Bears pounce on it, so they will regain possession here, 15 metres into the Orcas territory. First half action here from Wainuiomata, and charging up and catching the Orcas offside. Quick play of the ball seems good for them today, David.
Yeah, look, we know what the Orcas are going to be like. They're going to be physical. They're going to try and work us over. So we've got to be smart. Use our footwork in the rain. Drop some people back under. Test their agility and their movements out in defence. So if we can get some quick rucks, create some game speed, and then hopefully we can score some tries on the edges.
Hey, sorry, Chop. I just wanted to ask Dave. Apart from the work that you're doing in the schools, are you still part of the Cowboys setup?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've loved going back to the club. 2.5 years ago, Ricky Henry asked if I was wanted to be a part of his coaching staff there. Then I jumped on it. Had been down at the Capras for about 7-8 years, and I thought it was an opportunity to get back at the club and develop the women in the women's space there. So also throwing great guns. I'm enjoying it.
Awesome.
The Bears only 5 minutes out here, trying to cross the try line for the first time. Fences.
Lost ball.
And here's indeed good pressure, good D from the Orcas when the Bears look like 5 minutes out here.
There was no hands in the tackle there. That was a clean drop. And I think they got to understand, David, you just got to hang on to that footy. Don't try and be in a hurry to play the ball.
Yeah, going back to fundamental errors again.
Exactly.
They're not in sunny Townsville now. Right? They're in the heart of Wellington, Wainuiomata to be, frank.
Yeah.
So they've got to be better there with their, possession.
Some people might say, where's the crowd? These people from Wainuiomata are smart.
They're smart.
If you look down the southern end of the field, you'll see all those cars in the car park. Hey, have a guess where they are. Exactly.
He'd turned up. Enjoying the football.
Oh, it's a strong carry up the middle of the field. It's Orcas side. I like to look to some of those big boys' chops.
Yeah, they look tidy, that's for sure, as they'll come back to the right side here. Big Finn, don't argue, looking to go again here. Making it halfway here. Pushing this strong Kalia.
Good boy.
Back to the middle, here comes Tomani again. Good meters. And just can't hold on to the ball. The pill's wet today, Star.
I just saw our guest go like this. We've got the fullback.
Oh, it's one of those games, isn't it? Like, young, keen, energetic young boys, just want to play the ball fast, want to run hard, but they've got to be smarter in that regard in terms of the weather and where they are and how they play that ball. Just got to get it right. Coaches are going to be saying at half time, boys, we've got to get the ball, we've got to be clean with the ball, without play the ball, and so on.
There's our fans watching from the expert location that the locals have found. Great to have along with us David Fomu here in commentary. David Starr, explain a little bit about your history, mate. You tell us a bit about yourself and the game of rugby.
So I started here at the Ramwood Club, the Kingfishers, in the under 7s, 8s, and then my family actually comes from Wainuiomata. We moved here in the 50s. I come back home, back to Wainuiomata and played all my junior rugby league for Wainuiomata up until 2000, and then went over to the Raiders, played lower grades there. And then found my way up north to the Cowboys, where I started my career in the NRL. So, grateful to come back home and give back to the game. And I've been in the game ever since, the last 25 years. Finished up in England, played there for 8 years, and got into my coaching, got the coaching bug here over in England. So, come back to Queensland and now involved like I said earlier, at the Cowboys Club and also Kirwan State High.
Oh, the Bears get it out to their flyer on the outside edge here. Oath, who takes it just inside the half. Still going, Oath.
Right, this side is not scared to shift it. I think that's the style of footy they'll play, even though the weather is not that great for that type of football, David.
No, it's not. So they're going to have to be smart, play within those 10-metre lines. Well, in this case, 5 metres today because we're in a rugby union field, but just be smarter. Don't go anywhere near those sidelines. Play up the middle third, play a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, test them out back through the middle. Test those big boys laterally.
Yeah, good. You raised a good point there, David, for those watching wherever you are. Thank you for your viewership here today. Great to have you along. I hope you're looking forward to enjoying some quality rugby league here. You're at State High School from Australia Townsville playing taking on the local side, the Wellington Orcas here today. But we are playing on a rugby union paddock, so the markings on the field are set to rugby union markings. So just keep that in mind as you watch the match. Outside edge. Oh, he's looking to try.
What a try.
And they shift the ball perfectly.
Well, there's a time to do that, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Once you've done the tough stuff through the middle, you've broken them up a little. They're at 6s and 7s on the edges. They're a little bit disconnected there between the winger and centre there, and they pounce on it. And really good skill there from Trent Martin, who I will say has had a really good season in the Blackhawks. Won a grand final with the Townsville Blackhawks under-19s Mal Meninga team this year.
Wow.
Is playing for Queensland actually next week in the state championship. So he's looking for an Australian jersey, hopefully in the schoolboys.
Good honour
over there in Australia.
David, while we got a chance, you mentioned Martin in the 3 jersey, Trent Martin. Who are some of these other athletes in this Kirwan State High School side that we should be keeping an eye out for today?
Yeah, you got TJ, obviously the home the homeboy from Wainuiomata who's come over to us last year. He's with the St. George Dragons, so he's contracted to them. And most of these other boys are with the Cowboys. Well, not most of them, a lot of them are. So we've got young, like I said, Klavan Oth. He's also in the Queensland under-18s team, so he'll be playing for the Maroons next week at the state championships in Coffs Harbour. So look out for that name there, Klavan Oth there. We got young Iru Gunn James, who's our fullback, really talented, been with the Cowboys for a number of years now in their academy programs. And so, he's a really good one to be looking out for there. Like I said earlier, the bloke from Tokoroa, Ezekiel Ruaporo, and also Atunaisa Vetutu. He's also with the Cowboys, played at Mal Meninga under-19s this year.
Vetutu in the 11 jersey today, and Ruaporo in the 12 jersey for the Kirwan State High School Bears, as they have dotted down for the first try, can't convert it, but they'll be happy to get on the board first here, Star.
Yeah, it gives them a little bit of confidence. Now they can settle down. Now they can just get those, those errors that they had earlier in their game out of their game, and just relax a little bit. Get the halves kicking maybe a little bit earlier, kick to those corners, back their defence.
Underway again here. The wind has just shifted a little, blowing left to right on the screen here, so in favour of the Orcas. So a chance for them to use the boot efficiently, and they get it. Bears coming out of their 20 now. Actually nice and firm. 7 degrees here locally, Star.
No.
David, 24 in Townsville today.
Feels like minus 15 to me, but no, it's, yeah, she's beautiful back home in Townsville. Yeah, got some really good winters back there, so the boys are not used to playing in this weather. So yeah, this is all new territory for them. In January, February, it gets a little bit wet up in North Queensland, but other than that, I think it's the cold that's getting them today.
Good metres gained by the Bears here, just outside the 22 line, rugby line there. So about 30 out. Lift that one high. Comes down. Bears regather. Shift it right. Ball's on the ground though. Here comes the fullback. He's picked it up and it's 6 again. So Gunn James will set it up for the Bears here about 22 metres out from the try line.
There's an opportunity for them to go to the middle too, the Bears, and look for an option either on the keep going or shift it back where they just come. Yeah, dummy half run easily picked up. David, I don't think he was looking, he was just having a go.
And he's made another error at that.
Yeah.
So, yep, I reckon Coach Toddy Wilson will be pulling his hair out over there and very frustrated with his boys. That's an unforced error. There was no one around him, just needed to play the ball and then get on the front foot. But, not to be. We've got to get better there.
Of course, the Bears have already been in action in Aotearoa, New Zealand. They took on the Warriors Academy side down in Christchurch, I believe. 52-24 in the match. That's a big score.
Yeah, it was. It took a long time to get to that score. It's probably not a true reflection of that game. The Warriors had they had the running for the first 10, 15 minutes, kind of rolling through us. We weren't too good defensively, but then, like I said, we regathered at halftime. Got a mighty good spray at half-time from the coach, and then they got their act together and started scoring some points.
Mate, question. So I'm a young boy looking to make a start in the Australian system. I think I've got a bit of talent in New Zealand, and I get there and I find out, hey, I'm just way down the order. What do they have to do to get to that level? And how long do you reckon it takes for these kids coming out of New Zealand to have a crack over there?
Yeah, I get asked this question a number of times there, Star, and I think first and foremost it comes back to the individual and their mindset, and do I really want it, or do I think I want it? So I think once you've answered that question, and you really do, and you do chase it, and you do the extra training, and you do training outside of the training hours of your normal Tuesday and Thursday club training, and that's where it starts. It starts with that, and then obviously the pathways will open up for you once you've once you start making some rep teams and you are doing the extra work that's required. So there's always going to be a pathway for you, no matter where you are in the world. And just because you're from a little town like Wainuiomata doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you can't go and play for Parramatta or St. George or the Cowboys. Or I'm sure the Warriors would love for everyone to stay, but there's only one team here in New Zealand that can't service every kid in New Zealand, and that's I suppose that's the reason why a lot of our families go overseas.
When you stay out.
You made a point there, families. So, we all know that our kids love to have their families around them. Cook their meal, do their washing, and they have to fit into a system over there where they don't have that luxury. And I think a lot of our kids fail as a result too, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. They get homesick, and it's a cultural difference for them, and it's a big shock for them, and it's not what they're used to. And I think that's the big, it comes down to it too, that mental resilience and that being able to handle the 5 days a week, training before work, go to work, come back to training, and then do that over and over and over again for nearly 300 days a week. I've seen we've seen it. I've seen it. So many players that are talented, they're good enough, they've got the skills, they're big and strong, but that top 2 inches makes a big difference.
Well, the mental side of the game is important in all different codes, different in a rugby league here. Orcas and Bears trading blows here in the first half. You can see The ball's a little wet today, so ball security is going to be important. The Bears are going to have to come out from their red zone here. Star, you mentioned earlier about a couple of high schools in Australia. What is it about Australia and putting programs together like Kirwan State?
Yeah, I can't speak for Kibra Park and Palm Beach and those schools. I don't work directly in there. Obviously, I'm at Kirwan High. At our school, we have, I think, 800 kids in our sports academy, so that's sports, all sports. 400 of those kids are in rugby league, so they play rugby league. So we've got 2,000 students at our school. Years 11 and 12 do 5 curriculum lessons a week, plus their morning trainings on top of that. So they're 3 morning, and then during pre-season it's 4 morning. So it's quite a heavy program, but they're student athletes first, and that's the big message we give to our kids. You're here for education first, and rugby league goes coincide with that. So, we're pretty strict on our boys, and it's not just about rugby league; it's about teaching the life disciplines that they're going to have past our school.
Student athlete like that one. Student first, athlete second. As Orcas getting close now to the try line. Right on the edge, trying to get the ball out, and it comes loose. And there's a hand in there in the play of the ball, though. And that's 2 penalties for the Bears on their try line. Orcas will be looking to capitalise, Star.
As they look to head it to the middle of the park, they got some big boys. Just whack away and see if they squeeze the defensive line and see if they've got the confidence to hit back and see how they go.
Martini to the line. Comes to the right side. Playmaker holds it up. Stiff defence.
Great defence.
Max Taylor.
Yeah, they're going to have to be really good here, Kirwan High, to hold these boys out here. They have to get off their line, put them under pressure, make them play early, get nice and high on the edges. So that's what our coach, Toddy Wilson, will be looking for. Are we putting them under enough pressure? Are we slowing that play the ball down? The answer is no. That's a great try.
And busting through the middle. I think it's Lau Pepe. We'll catch it on the replay, but the Orcas on the board, Star.
Yeah, well, it was just a matter of time. They've been trading drop balls for a good part of the game, and they get a bit of field position courtesy of a drop ball by the team from Townsville.
Yeah, we just had Caden Ketchell and Mal Martin missed their assignment there. Caden Ketchell got really high there, and Mal Martin was left a little bit back there and left a bit of a triangle there for that Lau Pepe to get through. And yeah, like I said, they're going to have to be better there. Toddy Wilson, like I said, he'd be frustrated with the possession, giving over possession, but then on top of that, letting in the soft try like that.
Halfway through the first half, Orcas will level the score. I'm going to add the extras, Max Taylor.
Mate, Toddy Wilson, is he a product of Townsville, or does he come from out of town like yourself?
No, he's from the Burdekin, been teaching and coaching for the last 30 years, Toddy. Quite a household name in the Townsville, North Queensland area. Coached our North Queensland Cowboys under 21s NYC team back in early 2010. And has coached the Bears to a national championship in 2019.
Cool. Well, it's all about ball retention here today, folks.
Orcas with the lead here, 6-4. It's the Kirwan State.
Mate, don't forget tonight, 120 kilometre an hour wind speed.
Really?
Straight up. Straight up.
Well, let's make sure we get our cameraman off the roof before that happens. Welcome back to Aotearoa.
Just maybe want to pass that on to your boys.
Don't worry, I'll be letting them know about that.
As far as your tour this week in New Zealand, Aotearoa, David, what are some of the things you and the lads have got up to?
It's been fantastic. Such an eye-opener for these boys. Some of them have never been out of the country before. Some of them come from Hughenden and the Burdekin, Ingham, Cairns, Mackay, Townsville, obviously. So just seeing places like Rotorua, Te Puia, get the full Māori experience, eating the hangi and just the volcanoes up in Ruapehu and Rotorua, doing the stuff down in Christchurch. they've been doing so many different things here, experiencing our culture and what it's like here in Aotearoa. So it's been beautiful. Awesome.
And you got to go to the game?
No, we unfortunately we missed the game. We played that day,
Right.
So we were quite busy and moving around. So they've done so many cool things.
I can't remember the score. I know we were playing the Cowboys.
I think it was
We just pulled out just before the trial. The Bears, of course. The Wires. What a season they haven't done.
Oh, awesome! Webby's done a fantastic job with those boys, and he's going to take them places. It's been building. It's been building for a couple of years now, and we can see the fruits of that today. And there's a reason why they're up the top there. Deservedly so.
strong character, the little pie. He's a big boy. He can have a pretty good game. He's a big boy.
It's getting a bit scrappy here, the Kirwan Bears. Just a little bit loose in the ruck. They've got to start finding ways to win that ruck back, assert some dominance in the middle.
Well, the Orcas just marching up to halfway here, all the way from their red zone. Just one off the ruck now and start making sure they don't drop that ball.
Well, that's it. Hit and spin will help. So if they did drop it, well, he goes backwards. But, the young fellas, it's a bit.
Wilson looking to break the line, down just 22 out. Final tackle here for the Orcas. Option, they'll come left. Taylor puts it on the foot. The Bears will wrap it up as Martin takes it in.
Yeah, just look at the body language of the Kirwan Bears here. They're on their haunches. They're hunched over here. They've got to pull off the ball here and give us some shape here. The Wellington Orcas are just lining up ready to belt them because the Bears at the moment have got no shape. They need to be doing.
Star, we couldn't have planned this any better. One, we turned the thermometer down to 7 degrees for these boys from Australia. And then two, the wind has changed as the kickoff went and it's now blowing into their eyes. So these Kirwan State boys are going, what have you brought us to, Dave?
Oh, you should have seen them in the warm-up. I won't even tell you what they were saying. We told them in the sheds, do not talk. One thing you're not going to talk about in that warm-up is the weather. First thing we do when we get out there.
Oh, that
dropping
comes
the
loose.
half. That's a coach killer right there.
Yeah, I can see the body language over there, Todd Wilson and the coaching staff over there. Not happy.
Good Kaiwa Wild referee assignments for this match. Chris McMillan, one of the most experienced referees in New Zealand, in the middle. La Winitana on the side, joined by Derek Solmalia.
Oh, Derek, yep. Homework boy.
There you go.
Yep.
Fantastic to have a good set of Kaiwa Wild referees here today as the Orcas will march it up into the red zone of the Bears, looking to apply some more pressure. Here comes Robson. A couple of metres short of the line. They go right side. Is there room? Is there a gap? Is there space? Yes, there is. And Wellington will dot down again here.
Is their speed of the play the ball quicker than the Bears, David?
Yeah, at the moment it is because they're allowing it, Star. It's something we harp on about all the time. You've got to play the ball down, and especially in this area, the cage we call it. That was way too fast. A disconnection between the 1 and 2 here, as in the winger and centre. And he finds that hole behind the winger.
Yeah. So Max Taylor dots down on the right side for the Wellington Orcas. That'll move the score now 10 points to 4 here. In the last passage of time here, maybe the last 10 to 15 minutes, the Orcas have found their way, haven't they?
They have, and it's been starting at the ruck. They've been rolling down the field, which is allowing them to get good field position. They've been holding on to the ball, which is, they're getting good field, they're getting good possession of the ball, and then they've been mounting pressure on the Kirwan Bears to be able to score.
Unsuccessful conversion, 10 points to 4 here. The home side, under 18 Wellington Orcas leading the Kirwan State High School Bears here. International Rugby League from Wainuiomata. I know we're only about 27 minutes into this match. Star, what have you thought so far?
Well, we're thankful that the Orcas have got the win, to be honest, and they're making reasonably good use of it. They're controlling the football pretty good. And as David said, it's a hard going for this team from Townsville, carrying it forward and having to defend when they make an error. And I think they'll welcome half time, knowing that they got the win in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Star. I think they need to go back in the sheds at half time, readjust their attitudes, probably more the mindset about the game, and play a bit of a tougher style of football in terms of roll my sleeves up, punch through the middle, get some quick play of the balls, put the ball in the corner and play that way, as opposed to trying to shift it and play a stylish type of football that they would usually play in Townsville that they can't do today.
Underway again here. The Bears will get us started, playing into the wind and the rain here, as the Orcas try and march it up with their big lads have found some rhythm and some beaters.
I think the message has gone out to the Townsville mob to slow that play of the ball down, David, by the look to it.
Yep, get heavy in the tackle, as we say. Make sure our markers are set, A's and B's. Get some really good line speed and put them under pressure. And just be really clean and tidy around the ruck.
Yeah.
We are Wellington coming up through the middle of the paddock here. David, I want to ask you a question. These athletes of yours, State High School, what does a week look like for them?
Yeah, so Monday morning, so they'll go 6:30 start in the gym, straight out onto the field, and then straight into period one, some more rugby league on the field. Period one will go through till 9:30, they'll shower, they'll have breakfast, and then 10 o'clock they'll go straight into period two. So that's a Monday there for them. Tuesday, period four will be rugby league. Wednesday morning, training again before school. Wednesday afternoon, rugby league in the gym. Thursday afternoon, rugby league in the afternoon. Friday morning, rugby league training in the morning, as in on the field, and then into period two, rugby league again. So there's about eight lessons and sessions of rugby league a week for these boys.
And then come the weekend, what's on the cards for them in the weekend?
Weekend is more club stuff.
Gotcha.
So from November to April is the Black Hawks, so it's the rep scene for them in Townsville. A lot of these players play in the Black Hawks under 17s and under 19s, so that kind of takes precedence. We're still training within that time at school, but not as much. We let the Black Hawks take over. They're in between that, all of that, they've got Cowboys training as well, so they do pathways training with the Cowboys for the development in their academies.
We see the ball come loose, the Orcas pounce onto it, and they get a restart here. Start listening to the structure of rugby league for these young athletes. Boy, as a rugby league enthusiast, it sounds like heaven.
You know what good thing they got going for them too there, David's program with the weather.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had that type of weather in Wellington. Right? Hey? No, honestly. Hey, when I get up, because hey, is anyone listening? I coach our local under 10. So
I watched you last weekend, yes.
And I'm thinking sometimes, do I need to be out here? Hey, it's cold, it's raining. Hey, but if the kids are out there, you got to be out there.
Oh, and 11, apologies, Star pushes through, and Lau Pepe will drop down for the second time here today, and the Orcas march out 14-4.
Yeah, look, it goes back to Manu Dow, who lost possession of the ball just for a simple knock on, and that's cost them dearly, hasn't it? They're running harder at the moment, the Orcas. The Bears are not matching them and not muscling up in defence, and they got what they deserve.
Well, it'll be fair to say, though, that the Orcas are probably playing with 15 men, if you include the wind and the rain. No, because now they don't know what to look forward to in the second half, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure Toddy Wilson, the coach over there, won't be using that as an excuse, though. I think that'll boil down to mindset and attitude for him, and not muscling up and like I said earlier, winning that ruck and slowing it down. It's just not good enough at the moment.
Mate, I was looking through this promotional booklet that Tigers put out, outstanding piece of literature, and I couldn't help but notice the amount of support through the businesses back home that this tour has. So, mate, I think it's important that we do as much as we can in the little time that we have you here in promoting those companies. It's outstanding. And I saw a couple of them that were family owned, and there's one there, a produce, been in the business for over 120 years.
Yeah. You know, we can't come over here, staff, if they're not involved, and they don't give all their time and their sponsorship and money and efforts to our school. So we're so thankful that we have them. All the Bears have got a possession here. They need to capitalise on that. So, look, I'd love to just start with our gold sponsors at Kirwan State High School if I can. You know, Lexiturf, we do a great job with all our fields at our school. Hit FM, Far North Queensland. SHP Construction and Civil, Townsville Brothers Rugby League Club, or Townsville Brothers Leagues Club, Townsville, and Lambert's Fresh Produce. Those are our loyal gold sponsors at the school. Like I said, that help us get away with trips like this. It's awesome.
Magic Carpet Cleaning and Restoration. That could be your business. You're a bit of magic stuff.
Restoration? I'm not sure about restoration part.
Oh, the Bears just quite can't.
Oh, mate, they were on attack and put the ball down. Sloppy ball retention, David.
Yep, it's what our coaches harp on about every day and every week. And, look, they just haven't adjusted to the weather and to the climate. And, like I said, we won't be using that as an excuse. It's just that's a fundamental, simple concentration error and lack of respect for the ball.
Mate, it wouldn't surprise me if all those sponsors that you've got on board have had a history at the school themselves, eh?
Yes, some of them are old boys and old girls, and they just want to give back to the school and see the school do well. And like I said, we can't operate without them. And they're such loyal sponsors. They come to our games, they sit at our games underneath the tents, and we make sure we make a big deal of what they do at the school.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thank you to the sponsors of the Kirwan State High School. If you're tuning in, we appreciate your support of this rugby league program that you've got running over there in Townsville. Continuing on the first half, only 5 minutes to go before the half-time whistle, and the Orcas looking to try and march their way up. The Bears look like they've stiffened their defence a little bit here, though, so.
Well, they need to, because they haven't been that flash with it. As we see the big carry up the middle of the park, you've got 3 or 4 boys.
Half the team is in that tackle, David.
Oh, but he's dropped it.
Oh, they finally got some possession here and good territory. And hopefully they can do something with it here.
Restart for the Bears. And he muscles it up the middle.
Ooh. I could feel that one from
Lolo.
here.
Nice and strong. Inside of the half, the Orcas now, the Bears. Slow play on the ball. Come left. Tanoi, the local kid, TJ Tanoa.
I reckon these one-out carries will be playing straight into the Orcas' hands. They'll be loving that these boys are running one out, not testing them back under the ruck and testing their lateral abilities.
Well, we hear the hooter play from the sideline, so I'm guessing it must be 35-minute half, say not 40.
Yeah.
And we're all done in the first half. 16 points to 4 here. It is the Wellington Orcas leading our Australian visitors, the Kirwan State High School. We'll be back with more action. Don't go anywhere from Wainuiomata and the Wellington Rugby League.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more.
Tamariki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamariki Ora Waifetu, phone 566-8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Runanganui o Te Atiawa.
All the best throwback nights and more.
Atiawa Toa.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wainuiomata here. And just after half-time, Star Olsen joining us in commentary for this one. It's been an outstanding first half. 3-1. The Wellington Orcas leading in the match so far. 16 points to 4. Star, a tough little start, but boy, the Orcas found their way.
Am I surprised? I am a wee bit too, Chop, that they've come together so quickly. It's an early selection of the Orcas side for the representative season ahead. So for them to gel so quickly, it's a pleasant surprise. But hopefully that if you're a Townsville supporter, I'm sure there's plenty out there watching this live stream that they'll be hoping for a bit of a turnaround in the second half as well.
Star, really impressed with the forwards from the Orcas here in the first half. Lyle Pepe dotting down for 2 tries, an example of just that.
Mate, I wouldn't be surprised that in the very near future, if not already, that he's on the radar for someone to take a bit further. He's got the height. He must be well over 6'2", easy, just from our vantage point here in the Dugout Caravan, which I must say is an outstanding piece of machinery here. We've got some expert technicians in the back.
We sure do.
And our camera blokes who are braving the conditions,
mate.
We've
got to take our hat off to our camera crew
we have
today, right out there in the weather. And I hope they all brought mittens, because I know we've got a little heater down here. I know Adrian Royal wants a heater in the OD, but it's a great day for rugby league.
It is.
It's cold, it's windy, but it's a chance, as we went through that first half and talking to David, these different styles needed for different weather patterns, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think the Townsville boys, I still think they're in Townsville to some degree. There are some who are claiming the ground early, which is good, but I don't think they're doing it long enough, mate. They want to get it to the edge and see what's on the outside, but if they can't commit to the middle, that's the difference between us playing to the conditions and Townsville.
We saw earlier on in the match, the Kirwan State Bears marched up the field with good play of the ball, and they shifted it to the right side to the number 2, Kirwan Oath, who dotted down for their try. They looked good at that point when they could spread it wide, couldn't they?
Well, they had won the paddock to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And, when you're trying to do it, you're, 10 metres into the opposition half. It's going to be a long day at the office, as they say, because you're always praying to the drop ball and you're giving up the paddock to the opposition where, you should be giving it back to them way inside their red zone.
You can see there the replay on the bottom corner. That's that first try to Kirwan Oath, who dotted down in the corner earlier on in the match, and they looked really good. But then the Orcas, boy, they found their rhythm. They marched direct up the paddock through their forwards, didn't they?
Well, that's it, the rhythm. They realised that, they got strength in the middle, that they needed to capitalise on that, and that the backs just had to be patient for the football. And what we saw was they weren't getting the football till at least 20 out from the opposition try line.
You see Max Taylor there. He's been good to the playmaker in the 7 jersey. He dots over on the right side. This is Lyle Pepe's second try, and it's just all muscle at that point, isn't it?
Mate, he's a big unit. You wouldn't want to feed him every day. Mate, look at the size of the brute. He's a big boy.
We're going to need a big boot on the SUV to bring the groceries home to feed compared to Lau Pepe. But also some of the other forwards today, Penny Tomani, he looked good so far today. What do you think the head coach, though, for this Kirwan State High School, Todd Wilson's going to be saying in the changing sheds right now?
Well, don't resist the temptation to go wide, even though you've got the wind at your back and the rain. Let's get back to basics. Play the middle of the park to a degree. Get right into the opposition's red zone, then play football. Don't try and play it in your half, which is you've been seeing a lot of that by them in this first half into the wind and the rain. So as we see them come back from the
Orcas will make an appearance from the changing shed first. They'll be buoyant with a bit of confidence from that first half. They're going to have to play into the rain and into the wind a little bit here in the second half. What type of game do they need to play in the second half to try and bring this one home?
Well, exactly what they're doing now. And be patient with it and be prepared to go perhaps a full settle to one off the ruck and really commit Kirwan State to the middle. Really put it on them in the middle of the field, I reckon.
We mentioned earlier, Kirwan State, this is their second game on tour. They took on the Warriors Academy side 52-24. The Warriors had the run of the mill in the first half of that match, and David was saying, head coach Todd Wilson for Kirwan State, gave them a spray at half time, and they turned it right around. Can they do it today?
Well, I suppose just having a look at their game down in Christchurch, and we're only surmising that there was a lot of shifting of the footy, why the scoreline was so hard. And the score won't be anywhere near that. And so they'll have to change their game plan like come up the middle.
So here come the Bears for the second half. And I'm going to give you a little insight to our home ground advantage. Of course, we're playing in Wainuiomata here. 7 degrees, the wind is blowing, Beautiful. The rain is in their eyes. We had David Faumu in commentary with us for the first half. You held on to him. You wouldn't let him go. And he had the key to the changing rooms. So their boys had to wait in the corridor until you were finished with them.
You know, mate, it's like when you got home ground advantage, like how back in the day you used to hose the seats of the opposition changing room, mate. You would have done that job. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about, Star. I do not know what you're talking about. Star Olsen in commentary. He's got all the tricks and all the history. And here we go. In the second half, the Bears will kick off to the Orcas. And whoa, just skids off the grass. And he'll have to come out from his own try line here. Orcas will be looking for some of those big boppers to run it up the middle. Slow play of the ball here. They'll come back left side and stiff defense 2-star from the Bears early on.
Look at that. Look at that. Where's the support to help? So obviously they've had a real ruck up in their changing room, Kirwan State, because they've come out. They want to control that ruck and they want to control the field position. And I think they're doing that right in this first set of the second half.
And Taylor takes it just outside the 25 mark. Looking for an early kick. This one's caught in the wind.
Oh, this could go anywhere.
Still on the same tackle count. A second kick here. And gathering it at the back is Oath, the try scorer for the first half from the Bears. The Bears will regain possession about 12 metres inside their own half.
Mate, that was a great kick and chase. He got the ball on the bounce again and had another kick, and we've seen a penalty.
I think just a loose carry of the ball here.
Oh, sorry.
But look at that stiff defence from the Bears to get them underway in the first half. They'll be happy about that. They won't be happy about the loose carry.
Mate, they'll be very unhappy about letting the ball bounce on the last, which gave the Orcas another 10 metres plus a drop ball. Now they've got the ball back 20, 30 metres out.
So an opportunity now for the Orcas. Again, Star, they'll look to their big boys, try and march their way forward.
And here they come going down that outside channel, that blind side here at Brian Heath Park. quick play the ball, nice tidy passing out of the ruck. This is the key as they look to drive it to the middle of the park. 30 metres out is the Orcas. They got options left and right. Dummy half's in there, and there's a nice pass, and he's looking to bring. Ooh, I thought it was a bit high myself, but
coming down into the collision. Only about 12 metres shy now. Stay left side will the Orcas, running into the wind and the rain here in the second half.
Oh, here's the big
right.
boy.
Last play.
Oh, intercept.
Regathered by the Bears. Now looking to get out of their red zone. So a fast and furious start here to the second half start.
Yeah, well, there was a bit of pressure. As we see the referee catching the Orcas inside the 10, that'll be a bit of a relieving penalty for Kirwan State High. But they needed that. I thought there was an opportunity. I thought the boy in the cap was a bit too anxious. I thought there was a chance here to shift it one more and have a look in the middle, but unlucky.
Kirwan State will look to try and settle things down here. Luckily for us, we've got David. That one doesn't go out. So an unforced error gives the ball back to the Orcas. David Faumu comes back in the commentary after catching up with the team at halftime. David, how did the halftime chat go?
He was pretty stern, Coach Toddy Wilson, mainly around what we spoke about, possession and holding on to the ball, unforced errors and killing them. And then off the back of that, the try line defence. It just can't hold for that long. And if you give a team like this that much possession.
Through the line and can't hold on to it, but what a break.
What an outstanding run. 30 metres easy. Flimsy defence.
See him just a couple out here. Mika Daniels. And the replay in here. Look at this. Boofer. Straight through.
So he came on. He wasn't expected to start. I think it was the prop forward. The original one went down. And he came on at short notice.
Yeah, it was a no-nonsense run, wasn't it? Right through the middle of the Bears, and they didn't have an answer for it. Luckily he coughed it up there. It's how they answer this now coming out of their yardage area. I think Gunn James, he needs to learn from that tap penalty. Maybe he just taps it next time when he's in the middle of the field.
All different weather conditions here in Wainuiomata than it is in the north of Queensland, Australia. And the Bears looking to rummage it up here. David, is one of the things that the Bears will want to achieve here is a quick play of the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Etsy's given us there. He's given us a half-decent play of the ball. But we have to get rid of those errors. They are absolutely killing the Kirwan State High School Bears.
You see it there.
Just that extra added concentration needs to be added to the play of the balls for the Bears team.
Is that the balance between quick play of the ball and making sure that you've actually done it correctly?
100%. 100%. This bloke here could play the ball. He could play the ball with his left foot, still getting up.
Learn from you there, Uncle, back control. In the mini mod days.
But that was control.
I see Frost Field down at Wise Park at 7 o'clock in the morning. You learn really, really quickly how to play that ball. And if you don't, you get a clip around the ears from your coach, who was probably your uncle at the same time. So there was no blue cards back in those days, and whatever you call those here in New Zealand.
Oh, another loose carry here to be a scrum feed to the Bears. It's similar play of the ball there, just getting it down but not getting it played correctly. And referee McMillan pulling them up here. So both teams guilty of not quite getting that play right at times.
I tell you, the ones who's going to be suffering from hypothermia today are our touches. Hats off to them.
Oh, indeed. Good friends of mine. La out there on the far side.
Derek.
And Derek on this side.
Derek Somalia, ex-Ramwick Premier player.
To be fair, Derek and I have a similar stature start. We do carry a bit of insulation.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, join the group.
Yeah. Here come the Bears marching up the paddock.
This is better from the Bears.
Yeah.
Rolling their sleeves up, getting some quick play of the balls.
20 out now. They'll come left side through the playmaker.
Yeah.
There 2-2. Pushing to the edge here for the Bears. Slow play of the ball. They'll go blindside again. Quick play, quick step, and the Bears are in.
Yeah, and this is the type of football that they are capable of, and playing that nice, through the hands, quick down short sides, recognising opportunities down there.
Yeah.
People haven't numbered up on that short side. So really, really good play there from, I think it's Gun James, who went down there, and Jeffrey Tungai has sniffed it out and finished it off really well then.
Beautiful. That'll give them no end of confidence. The old hooker in there, look left, look right, shape right. David Faumu trick.
Yeah, really good deception there. I think that's Isaac Seawright. I think is playing a hooker at the moment.
Yeah.
Certainly some talent here in the Kirwan State High School Bears team. It's just about learning how to play in different conditions. It's not always going to be sunny. You're going to go and play in Sydney during your career, or Brisbane, and Gold Coast, New Zealand. So if you want to play it in those high honours, in those tougher matches, you need to be able to learn how to play in different conditions.
Well, it's the Bears that strike first in the second half through Jeffrey Tugai on the left side.
Am I seeing things, or is it getting a bit dark?
Was a question mark before kickoff, actually, Star. You raise a good point. Is this one to laser? Oh, and it just
I don't
misses.
see any Suncorp lights out here. So we might be getting our phones out soon and
misses to the right side.
shining a bit of light on the field.
Well, mate,
35-minute halves, and it gets dark here locally from about 5 p.m. these days. Star, so
might be all right.
we will be close. I noticed half time was a little lengthy.
Coach is talking too much as usual.
Back at home on the coast, we don't have the luxury of floodlights, so probably heard the story of we put our cars around the field, turn the lights on. Yeah.
Went to a 21st in Otani where they did that. They ran out of power, so they parked the cars on the outside of the marquee. That one will come loose. And the Orcas will regather here inside the Bears. Another unforced error, so they'll look to muscle it up. And Mia Varley in the 10 jersey. Come back right side. Just the one shift. Orcas now, 22 out. Options both sides.
Daniels again. Strong.
Oh, he's a strong boy. Strong carry.
Oh, they'll need that for Bears.
Couldn't quite stay with it, Mika Daniels.
Strong boy, strong carry, but that's the second time he's dropped the ball in scoring positions,
Never misses a beat, does he, David?
He's straight on the young fellas, No let up, just like when I was in the under sevens. Nothing's changed. Doesn't matter what age you are, you're going to cop it.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So restart here for the Bears inside the red zone. They'll come left side, shift it, and first tackle, ball hits the dirt.
Yeah, what a rude awakening for the Townsville boys. Like I said, trying to adjust to this weather, and coach certainly won't be using it as an excuse, though. Like I said earlier, they've just got to be better. There's no other way to put it. Clean passes, concentrate on the catch it nice and early, give them some early ball. Don't put your mate under pressure. There was no pressure there, so just the drop ball there.
Well, looking at it in reverse, imagine if the Orcas were in Townsville, what would they have to contend with?
Oh, the heat. The heat. Yeah. The sweltering heat and the humidity and just the pace of the game.
Yeah.
A lot faster.
Fast.
That's just the style of football over there in Australia. So, but we knew what we were coming up against. We were going to come up against a big tough pack and down in Christchurch and up in here in Wellington, and that's the reason why we come here. We come here to play some tough opposition, and they haven't let us down. So,
the Orcas looking to be tough here. As that one comes loose, and the carry and the tackle and a reprieve, but some good defence by the Bears on their line.
Yeah, that's their philosophy on the try line is get up and make them play, pressure them from the inside and really put them under the pump, and they've done that. So well done to the Bears there, and he said the Orcas have been running hard today, and they're going to have to be good if they want to come back and do a job here.
To be fair, there's only 12 points the difference here, Star. It's still any man's game right now, right?
Mate, hang on to the footy and you got a good chance. Oh, no.
Apologies, 8 points the difference.
What did we see there, David?
Yeah, trying to be expansive here in these conditions. Close to your try line, 90 metres out from your try line, sorry.
Yeah.
Probably not the right style of football to be playing there.
Referee's just going to confer here.
He's changed it. It looks like he's saying that it come off the Orcas from the Touchies report.
Honest touchies here in New Zealand, David. You know this, right?
Honest as the day is long, they reckon.
So the Bears will look to try and march out of their red zone again. I'm sure he coach Todd Wilson will be happy if it goes past one player's ball here.
Just wants to get to a kick.
Absolutely.
Our halves should be barking there.
Off and running the flyer on the edge.
Look at him.
And he is going.
Look at him.
Through to the 20, the fender's good in the chest, and a 95-metre try here for Kirwan Oath as he dots down for the Bears, to be fair, against the run of play.
Yeah, absolutely. Outstanding play there from Kirwan, and that's the style of football that they are used to and that they can play. Him and Trent have got a really good combination. They've been playing together for a couple of years through their juniors, through the Black Hawk system, Cowboys, and they're certainly doing it here at the Kirwan Bears. Outstanding football. What they've got to fix up their stars, what we've been talking about for the last 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, we must give them a rap though, mate. There was good defence awareness there. They came down the blind. Hey, just a quick pop up. There's no one there, and Pace got on my own.
Yeah, absolutely. Great try. Great outside backs try. I dare say the message right now, the blue and yellow shirts will be given to the boys is let's get to a kick.
Yeah.
Even if it's an early kick.
Yeah.
Tackle 4, put it on the toe, put it in the corner. We just haven't seen enough of that football today.
Yeah. Maybe that just been a bit put off by, we've been saying it all match. And the weather, it's not suited to their style of footy. As we see a conversion, that narrows it right up to, 16-14. So it's any person's game, any man's game. As we see again, a break down that right edge. He's a bit of a flyer. Has he been looked at for the Cowboys, mate?
He's currently in the Cowboys system. He's a contracted player at the Cowboys. So he'll be at the Nationals in Coffs Harbour next week playing for Queensland Maroons under 18s.
Will you be down there or not?
I won't be here. We're right in the middle of our NRLW season, about to kick off round 1 next week. So
Yes.
preparations are nice and high there, and we're raring to go.
Can't wait.
Not wait indeed. And here we go again as the Orcas restart us. A 2-point margin here as another unforced error, but the Orcas pounce straight on it to continue the play here.
Mate, I think they better move their back.
Yeah, he's not doing too well there. They might make a bit of a change there, I dare say. Todd Wilson.
But that's the second time that he's dropped it, standing in the same spot.
That's because he's freezing stuff.
His
knees are shaking, his hands, he can't feel his fingers.
No, fair call, Chop.
8 metres out here. And Wellington trying to capitalise on the unforced error. Playmaker Taylor taking it to the line.
Yeah, it's unusual, uncharacteristic like for Gun James. He's usually pretty safe under the high ball. Broken there.
I think the measure of any young athlete is Wellington still on the push here. They'll hand it over, and a great tackle underneath the ball, dislodged it, and the Bears release some of that pressure.
Well, that was poor technique straight up. I mean, hitting the line like that, every chance you're going to lose the footy.
Yeah, he was quite exposed, wasn't he? He just needed to lower his body position there, get a bit lower, use some footwork and get between that defender, Cooper James, who was flying out of the line. Come from Z defender, I think, to put a shot on him there. But well done to Cooper James, who's also in the Black Hawk system. Does a good job there in the middle for the Bears.
Awesome.
Bears now 10 minutes out from halfway, rummaging it up and putting some engine in the room here. into the Orcas territory. Up to the right side. Quick hands. Oath has got the ball again. Seems to make things happen, does the young man. And he'll pass it inside, and the slide is good enough. The Bears will grab the lead here in the second half.
Yeah, again, that combination between Trent Martin and Kirwan off, and then just some really good push back through the middle and Baden McBride there. So well done to those boys on the edge again. It's a lethal edge there. They've got to punch them more through the middle and then keep going back there. It's working for them, so why stop now?
Yeah. I think maybe the Orcas looking at their line might be a bit too compressed, and they've spotted it, so they're shifting it that way, and as a result, those Orca boys can't adjust.
Yeah, they just need to get some more numbers down there.
Yeah.
You know, slow up to play the ball, the Orcas, get some boys travelling down to that left edge, and so they can number up on Trent Martin and Kirwan off a bit better there.
So Ezekiel Ruaporo playing outstanding here for the Bears, and chance to move further ahead in this scoreline. Playing with the wind here, the Bears in the second half. And I tell you what, the wind is all with the winger. Kirwan Oath, anytime the ball gets to him on the right side, it is danger time with the capital T star.
Got it.
Right down the
Got
middle.
it. Easy.
So maximum points here for Kirwan State as they take care of business and lead the match. 4 points, 20-16 here in the second half. Apart from those drop balls to start the second half here, David, Coach Toddy Wilson's got to be happy with some parts of the play and of course, the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He spoke about that at half-time, and they've come back and they've obviously made amends there, just purely around possession and not having as many errors. And then when they do get a few, play the balls in a row, capitalising off the back of it, which they've done. And then obviously shifting that ball to that right edge and Kirwan off.
A restart here are the Orcas. And running onto it, a great rate of knots.
Well, that's sending a message to the opposition. And he hung on to it, 20 metres to the middle, down that left edge.
Rolling now. Going again here. George Herod going. Dragged down 5 metres out from the try line, and he can't stick it in the mitt long enough. But what a run from George Herod. Look at this.
I think Cooper James and George Herod have done a really good job off the bench there in the second stanza. They've added a bit of energy, haven't they, in their runs and providing some quick play the balls for the boys to play off the back of.
I know what you wanted to say. Going. Calm. Didn't quite get there, mate. Hey?
Great run. Now the Orcas are left to muscle it out of the red zone.
We need some backs in there carrying strong.
You can see the posture of the Bears defence. They are feeling a lot more confident right now, Star.
This is what we want to see, some of those backs in there helping out the forwards, trying to get their breath back, of course.
Yeah, you can just see in their retreat speeds, the Bears, they're retreating really hard and then they're getting set, like you said, low body position, shoulders ready to go and they're pouncing off their line.
Look at that, the celebration of the Bears, lads, putting in the hard grind of defence. All comes loose. The Bears will be rewarded with possession now.
Can they capitalise off it? Can they build some pressure here, put the Orcas under the pump, make them make some tackles, get them in the washing machine, put some fatigue into the Orcas boys and then hopefully score some points off the back of it.
The whole back line for the Bears all stacked to the left side here. Set play maybe. Playmaker shifts that out the back. Brackenridge manhandled.
There's your answer.
Manhandled twice as many. The ball comes loose.
Just haven't managed to make the Orcas make tackles today. They've just been, error after error, which has helped the Orca boys out.
We've got a bit of a Fish?
No, I just think he's not happy. That's it. And you want young men to stand up for themselves, don't you? You can see here, boy.
Oh, I think he might have a case there. It looked like a bit of a strip, but anyway. What it is.
Yeah.
It's called the Wainuiomata strip.
That's it.
You probably learned it while you were here.
Yeah. I don't, Big chance.
Wellington, they'll have to start from their red zone again here. They've been put under plenty of pressure from this Bears side in the latter part of the second half. And
okay, someone's saying something to the referee. There's only one referee, so best just keep it quiet.
120 plus years of referees changed decision. It's not going to happen in Wainuiomata. I know that much. The game started in Huddersfield, England, and it's not changing here in Wainuiomata or Lower Hutt, Wellington. Give you the tip.
Just on Huddersfield, you had a season or two there?
I was there for 8 years. So I loved every minute of it. It's quite nice there. And was it good rugby league there?
Was it as cold as Wainuiomata?
Freezing.
Yeah.
To the bones.
Run faster. Run faster.
Well, this is what we're going to see now. Numbers in the tackle, just driving that Orcas time back in the ruck. Got some big boys bringing it up strong, though, mate.
Yeah, Mia Varley. Strong run from him, from the Orcas. Halfway now. Come right side, out the back. Shifting it. Here's though, keeping them back on the advantage line. Last tackle option here for the Orcas.
Can the Orcas put this ball
in the gap?
Here comes the winger. Oh! Great play by the fullback here, Gun James. And he's still going, Gun James.
Having a really good season back in Australia, Gun James. He's played 3 really good games in a row in the Aaron Payne Cup, which is what these boys playing back there in Australia. And played for the Black Hawks and is in the Cowboys system as well. So some uncharacteristic errors here today from Gun James, and we've just seen there what he can do. Really good on his feet, silky skills with the ball as well.
That's what I wanted to ask you, Star. We were talking a little bit earlier, and sure it was Gun James dropped a couple of kickoffs or whatever the case was. It doesn't matter who the player is out there making an error or a mental error. It's how they bounce back within the game, isn't it?
Yeah, because, that play there on the last, that was a set play with the fast side winger. I noticed that winger was timing his run to get to the gap, and he knew where the ball was going. So did the fullback. And so it's about having that football now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the position of the fullback's so important in the modern game today. They're probably one of the most important positions on the field, if not the most. You got to set that defensive line. You got to be in position when the kickers are kicking the ball. You got to be talking to your middles. You got to set the, set the defensive line on the try line. You got to move people to the position. So you got to be the fittest on the team.
Yeah.
Defense still stiff from the Bears. Wellington trying to march their way further down. A kick into the corner.
Too
and
far.
it'll go out on the fill.
We got one side can't find touch, and we got another side,
Fighting it on the full. Hey? Row 5 in the grandstand.
Restart here from the Bears. Step at the line. Stiff shoulder. Down the left. One man off the ruck now. Bears, though, marching up the paddock.
Oh, you've got to have a look at that Orcas D-line. They're slowing right up, They're struggling. They're struggling to come off the line.
Just a couple of good runs there from Tunaway and Gun James just to get them up the paddock, and then we got away with that one.
Yeah.
Comes away, dummy, and in. And the Bears, 3 tries here in the second half, and looking steady and strong now, Star.
Yeah, the referee missed that knock on forward, but that's footy. And managed to get in the corner, but it come back to the fact that these boys from the Orcas are starting to slow up. See that tap off?
James?
And but anyway, put that aside. As you said, David, the referee's never going to change his mind. It's a try for money,
right.
but
got to play to the whistle. And
Play to the whistle,
like you
mate.
said, they've got the Orca boys on the back foot.
Yeah.
A couple of quick play the balls on the trot there from Tanawai and Gun James, which allowed Tutu to get the try there.
Yeah.
Tunu Naisa Tutu, try scorer here for Kirwan State.
Mate, have we got time just to quickly go through? I was just going through this booklet, David, and I'm assuming that the players know a bit of history about the school, but when you have a look at your honours board and the players that come out of Kirwan State to represent at NRL, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty strong honour board, isn't it? Look at some of those names. We've got probably the GOAT of all of them that's playing the 300th this week against the Panthers and Jason Tamalolo. And I remember him as a 13-year-old coming over from Mangere Hawks, and I remember looking at him. We were at training. This is 2007-8. And I asked one of the coaches, "How hell is that boy there?" And they said, "Oh, I'm playing with you." So, one of the youngest to ever play. He is the youngest to play for the Cowboys, and what a stellar career he's had. And so proud to be able to see one of our own play 300 games. Originally from New Zealand, and then carved his own career over there at the West Coast Cowboys.
Mate, you watch it when he's carrying there against the Warriors. The Warriors struggled with him.
Yeah, he's been doing that for his whole career.
I think everyone struggles with him.
299 games, and they still haven't been able to manage that tackle him.
Conversion is successful, and that'll move the scoreline 10-point margin now. Kirwan State over the Wellington Orcas. And Wellington have got to find a way to kind of stop this leak here in the second half start.
Well, mate, they just got to put more effort. I know their lungs will be bursting, but they just got to get off their line and put pressure on there. Go forward. That'll help.
Unfit for Steer. We've seen a few of those today, of course. Tricky conditions today here, 7 degrees. The wind is blowing. It's kind of slowed up a little bit, but the rain has stayed steady all day, David.
Yeah, I'd hate to see the completion rates. I hope we don't do any NRL stats on this game. It'd be pretty horrible, I reckon.
I think we've got some stats for full time. We'll see how they come up. But it's one of those ones. It's a tough ask in weather like this. Wellington from Hutt. Just holds on to it.
Yeah, that's better from the state side. They are putting real good pressure on the go forward of this Orcas team. They're getting back like what we watched when they were warming up before the game. They got a good degree of fitness, David, be fair to say.
Like I said, they have 8 sessions a week, in rugby league. That's gym, field, analysing the game. So, that's the style, like we said earlier. They don't just play at school either. They are playing reps in the rep scene, in the schoolboy rugby league scene, and then obviously the Cowboys development pathways programs as well. So they play a lot of rugby league, and that's why you see the body types and body compositions that you do see out on the field today. It's just a product of the environment that they're living in.
I think from the Orcas' perspective, mate, that they'll need to put a bit more time into their carry, their ball security. It's just not happening for big blokes. You're not expecting them to lose the ball every time they carry forward, are you?
You'd hope not.
Well, I'm seeing that today, so...
Yeah, look, I'm sure their coaches, they do create drills around that stuff, carrying into contact. That's a real big part of the game, and it's a massive part of the environment here in Wellington. It's windy, it's wet, it's cold, and if you can hold that ball and not cough up errors, then you're halfway there into dominating position.
Well, the Bears march it up, and the ball comes loose, and the tackle again.
Oh.
A little bit of hell's your father.
Is he saying that was a bit of high, was he?
They lost forward.
Because that was a good hit.
See here.
See it here. That was a good hit.
Shoulder. Not too sure how many arms in that tackle.
Been biased, I'd say, too.
Whaititi Miavali. Boy, oh boy.
Mate.
Gentlemen, if just while I am online, I just want to give a few thank yous.
Of course, mate.
Firstly, to Wellington Rugby League and to the New Zealand Warriors for accepting this game and our tour, and we can't thank them enough for allowing us to come here and play against the Orcas, and then obviously to you, the Uncle Star, for setting all of this up that we're standing here and being able to film for our sponsors and our families back home in Australia. And everyone's going to be watching this. So beyond the dugout, thank you guys very much. And to Wainuiomata Rugby Union, who have allowed us to play here today. This was only last minute. They've come to the fore and said, yep, we'll take the game. And Wainuiomata Rugby League, who are going to host us. So to Kieran O'Brien and his team, and Billy Wepu and Wellington College, who provided us the captain's run venue yesterday. Piri Wepu and Atiawa, Atiawa, the Wainuiomata Rugby League Club, and everyone that's made this tour. And then lastly, to our families who've given up their time and energy, fundraising to get the boys over here for the tours, and lastly, just our coaches and the school and our school principals.
Awesome.
It really is fantastic, David, and thank you for your thanks. Of course, Atiawa Tory FM leading the charge here with the live stream, providing you these live images, and the Bears are celebrating here. See just a loose play of the ball again. We've had a couple of those today. I know the Soccer World Cup's on at the moment, but it looks a little bit like that out here in Wainuiomata.
I thought that only happened in the NRL when you're in a hurry to play the ball.
No, grassroots through.
Grassroots, mate. That's what it's all about. All security. They keep telling you that, ain't David?
Inside the last couple of minutes, and thank goodness, because someone's turning the light off out there. It's getting dark. This one hand receive. Good defence here by Wellington. The Bears. We're looking to create something here, David, to finish off with.
We were. Like I said, another error there. Something that they'll have to tidy up, just the errors. There's just way too many, like we keep talking about today. I'm sure Toddy Wilson, myself, and the coaching staff will look to make amends and work on that before we head back into the Aaron Payne Cup in term 3, which is a heavy schedule for us next term.
Mate, all the best with that, David.
Yep.
With you and Koo and I. Yeah, judging by the sounds of it, it's a tough comp.
Yeah, so it's the best schools in the north, and then if you win that competition, you're going through and you play Central Queensland. If you do well, then you go and play the best in the state, which is usually your Kibra Parks and your Palm Beach, Currumbins and Marsden and the likes. From there, then they have the national seed. Then you play the best in New South Wales.
Well, I know we've got a new favourite now for sure, Star, so we wish Kirwan State High all the best to march all the way to the Nationals as possible in that competition. Wellington giving the ball up. Bears here inside the last minute of the match. Down the right side.
Oh,
Jesus. Playing the ball not quite right again here. And Wellington, maybe with the last play of the ball after the scrum start.
mate, those looking at this game on their TV screens, they'll have no appreciation of what we're looking at outside. It's hard to see the game.
Yeah, it's hosing.
Yeah.
It's getting dark.
So the hat's off to the referee, you know. As we hear the hooter.
Yeah, I think they'll set the scrum maybe. No, they won't. That'll do it here, ladies and gentlemen. International friendly. The Wellington Orcas hosting the Kirwan State High School. And it is Kirwan State, the Bears, that march through the second half. A 10-point margin in the end. 26-16. Could only be said a professional second half by Kirwan State, especially the last 30 of it.
Well, I suppose the coach will be happy with the W. It looks good in the book. Well, we won 2 from 2 on tour of New Zealand, but I think he'll go back, David, and have a look at the replays and see how where the improve can happen, not only as a team but as individual players.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we do at the school. We analyse the game, we break it down, in as a team first, obviously, and then, like you said, individually we'll get players in and just see where we can get better and how we're going to get better and what we can do next. Like you said, happy with the W. Fantastic tour, loved every minute of it, but not losing sight of what needs to happen in order for the Bears to get better. And it's pretty obvious what they need to work on there.
The halftime score, 16-8 at halftime to Wellington when they went into the sheds. Kirwan State turned it around in the second half. Sure, plenty of errors there at times, but they turned it around. The scoreboard does not lie.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought there was a real mindset shift in some of the players. Georgie Herod, who come off the bench there, Cooper James, like I said, rolled their sleeves up, ran through the middle of them. And some of the outside backs got a little bit more involved, and then created some game speed, which allowed them to play some football.
Yeah. Kirwan State, they had the advantage of 2 extra players. Hey, and when you have a look at the stats there, the completion rates is the biggie. And surprisingly not surprisingly, have a look at the tackle. I'm not sure whether that's...
I think those stats that we're seeing there are the ones from the first half, I think, partially. And their completion rate we looked at was never going to be good today, but the scoreboard doesn't lie at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. So congratulations to your mob, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, like I said,
Awesome.
the coaches will be happy with coming over here and experiencing this, actually going through what they went through today. It's a learning for these boys that, you can't just expect to play in the conditions that you're used to, If you want to progress in this game, you want to play in all parts of the world, then you'd be able to, play to that standard every single time.
Well, it's been a complete privilege to having you all in watching today's international friendly. The Wellington Orcas under-18 side taking on the Kirwan State High School. The Bears from North Queensland. Thank you, David Whaimu, mate, for coming in and joining us today. Welcome home again, my friend. We wish you and your school and your team the very best for the rest of the season. And, of course, a safe journey home. It's been a privilege having you.
Yeah, from all of us at the school, like I said earlier, thank you very much to Wellington Rugby League, New Zealand Rugby League, the Warriors, Beyond the Dugout, Atiawa FM, Wainuiomata Rugby League, Wainuiomata Rugby Union, and to all our families. Thank you once again.
Awesome.
Happy Star?
Hey, when it's rugby league, brother, hey, doesn't get any better.
Doesn't get any better. We'll leave you with the highlights from the second half. It's been a big match-up. The Orcas win the first half. Kirwan State, they take the money. They take the game in the second half. 26 points to 16. Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of the Wellington Rugby League Association, we are with Atiawa FM. Congratulations, Kirwan State again. Wainuiomata, nice and tight side here. Big fan, don't argue. Look at it go again here. Making it halfway here. Pushing us. So the markings on the field are set to rugby union markings, so just keep that in mind as you watch the match. Outside edge. Looking to try.
What a try.
They're in centre there, and they pounced on it. And really good.
Easily picked up. David, I don't think he was looking, he was just having a go.
And he's made, and that's where it starts, It starts with that, and then obviously we're looking for, are we putting them under enough pressure? Are we slowing that play the ball down?
Here's looking to apply some more pressure. Here comes Robson. Fine. They go right side. Is it room? Is there a gap? Is there space?
Hawks under 17s and under 19, so that kind of takes precedence. We're still training within that.
It's cold, it's raining. Hey, but if the kids are out there, you got to be out there.
And 11. Apologies, staff.
They need to, because they haven't been that flat with it. As we see the big carry up the middle of the park, you've got 3 or 4 boys.
Left side. Stiff defence 2-star from the Bears early on.
Look at that. Look at that. Where's the support there? It's a big
right.
boy.
Last play.
Intercept.
And then off the back of that, the try line defence. It just can't hold for that long. And if you give a team like this that much possession.
Through the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Etsy's given us there. He's given us a half-decent play at the same time. So there was no blue cards back in those days. And whatever you call those.
Play on the ball. They'll go blindside again. Quick play. Quick step. And the Bears are in.
To get to it.
Absolutely.
How hard should be bargaining there.
Off and running the flyer on the edge.
Look at him.
And he is going.
Look at him.
Through to the 20. The defender's good in the chest. And a 95-metre try here to the right side. Quick hands. Oster's got the ball again. Seems to make things happen, does the young man. And he'll pass it inside, and the slide is good enough. The Bears will...
Middle. Down that left edge.
Rolling now. Going again here. George Hutt. Going. Drag down 5 minutes.
You're just seeing their retreat speeds, the Bears. They're retreating really hard and then getting set, like you said, low body position.
Brackenridge. The winger. Oh! Great play by the fullback here, Gun James. And he's still going, Gun James.
Having a really, just a couple of good runs there from Tunaway and Gun James. Get them up the paddock and then, got away with that one. Yeah.
Comes away, dummy, and in. And the Bears.
Dominating position.
Well, the Bears march it up, and the ball comes loose. For your thanks, of course, Atiawa Tour FM leading the charge here with the lot. I know we've got a new favourite now, for sure, Star, so we wish Kirwan State High all the best.